Ah, such a perfect time to sit down and get into some VR chat because it looks really fucking exciting.
That's it, Brian?
Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Now I Gotta News, where we give you anime news and discuss it and hopefully start the conversation amongst people. I digress, and I sincerely apologize for how long it's been since we did this. Unfortunately, I was taking a small break, and then it was the holidays, and then I got sick. And here we are, with a lot of great new changes coming to the channel, which I will save for another video. But let's move on. First thing that I really wanted to jump into, and I kind of wanted to start as a little tiny new segment on Now I Gotta News, is I wanted to inform you guys of a couple of anime series that I am into right now, that I just immersed myself into, with only a few episodes out at the moment for you guys to actually watch or try to give it a chance. So I figured that might be a good idea to also try to get you guys into new series that might be coming out recently as well. First thing I really want to recommend you guys, if you guys are really into Yuri anime, if you guys are really into the Yuri spectrum and girl love, I do highly recommend Citrus. I've heard from a lot of other friends that actually read the manga, and they said that it was a very, very good manga, and it's not what you expect. Of course, the description of the series seems kind of dull in itself, but it definitely makes up for it in a very big way. If I had to say that there was a difference between this romance to other romances, it definitely jumps to the cut and jumps to shit really quickly. There's no peddling around or wondering, are these two characters going to fall in love? Stuff happens literally in the very first episode that initially starts off all of the stuff that happens with the characters and the whole story plot itself. So if you guys are really into Yuri anime and you feel that there wasn't a lot out last year, you can have in high hopes to knowing that there is a pretty cool series out this year with amazing animation as well. Another thing that I really want to reference to you guys that I've referenced before in other Now I Gotta News videos, or I hyped up a little bit just with the description of what the show was about, was Darling in the Franxx. It is only episode 1, guys, so of course this is just me judging off the first episode. There's definitely not enough for anybody to judge off this series whatsoever, but the first episode definitely rises up really high hopes for the series. And not only that, I do have to say it feels pretty good seeing a new style of Gundam appear out in the anime community. That feels very good as well. Of course, the animation style was done amazingly. It definitely gives you kind of this fooly-cooly feel, which is really, really cool. So if you guys feel that there are series that you haven't immersed yourselves in that are now just coming out, definitely try to get yourselves involved with Darling in the Franxx. And last on my list of anime series I really want you guys to check out is definitely Junji Ito's Collection. If you guys are a really big anime horror fan, like I am, then you guys are truly going to be enjoying Junji Ito's Collection. The only first 2 episodes are out so far in the animation, and just, I know that I'm sitting here constantly bragging about the animation, but definitely when it comes to the anime industry in 2018, it seems like they're really blasting up their stuff and giving us a lot of really good eye candy this year, and that's something to really look forward to in 2018. But if you guys have ever never heard of Junji Ito, he's actually an amazing manga creator. He's made very, very creepy, amazingly drawn stories that are not only psychologically mess you up, but it also has like gore factors as too. Junji Ito's Collection is a true horror pigment section. So this is just going to be really exciting to indulge ourselves in if you guys are really big horror fans, and just know that the first 2 episodes are out. How the first 2 episodes went down, it just kind of leaves a lot of excitement for what else the series is going to give you. Now let's get in a little bit of the news. We're kind of jumping a little bit inside of the manga industry when it comes to this one. It seems that now that there is an American manga artist that is really breaking his way through in the manga Japan industry. I'm really hoping that I'm not pronouncing his name wrong, but Felipe Smith. He is one of the very first Americans to ever serialize his own manga in Japan. And the manga is actually doing quite well, and the art style is actually pretty damn to die for. Anime News Network actually did an amazing interview with Felipe Smith, and if you guys would love to check that out, don't forget to click the links down below. There's an amazing interview where Felipe really gets into his background, how he started it, and then actually how he moved on to serializing his own manga inside of Japan and becoming big off that and successful off that as well. So that also leaves us very excited in Western culture as well, knowing that an American artist can make it with their manga in Japan. I should probably also mention that this guy was also involved with the art of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comics, so that kind of speaks of kind of caliber that he's at and how big he's at and what he kind of had to do to come along for it. But like I said, just check out the interview and you'll definitely get to understand and kind of get into who he is as an artist a lot better. And some of a little bit of hyped up old school news. If you guys were ever a fan of the 1990s novel Slayer, it is coming back. After 18 years of being put off, the artist has actually mentioned during a live stream that he is going to be coming back with the Slayer novel. So if you guys were really into that into the 90s, you guys can rejoice because now it is coming back after 18 years. I've also been seeing a lot of hype surrounding a lot of older manga or older anime coming back or being remade or being remastered, which also leaves me want to talk about the Devilman Crybaby series. Now I haven't watched this myself, so I don't know if this is a remake or an adaptation or a sequel to the Devilman series that was, I think it was either a late 80s or 90s anime. So if you guys didn't know, there was a Devilman series, an older anime series, and I'm pretty sure there was a Devil Lady as well that was made in the late 80s, maybe early 90s as well. So I'm not really sure if this series either takes off from it or not. I haven't watched it yet, but the whole entire community has already made videos about it, their own reviews about it. Aki Dearest and the Anime Man have also made a video talking about it, getting a little bit more in depth of what they feel about the anime, so I encourage you guys to go check out their videos as well. As for me, I'm going to indulge myself tonight, and I remain a little bit skeptical about it because I don't know how they're going to do this. Like I said, if it's going to be a sequel or a remake of the old series. But I have seen a lot of trailers, and the trailers, I really like that animation style. Me personally, I really love that animation style, so that gets me really excited for how it is. The trailers actually looked really interesting. They didn't look dull, they didn't look boring, and it actually left me wanting to share the trailer with friends to say, hey man, maybe we should check this out, which is actually very rare for Netflix. But the Devilman Crybaby series has also left a lot of controversy as well. And forgive me if I'm pronouncing this wrong, but as of January 16th, Masaaki, I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce his first name, I apologize if I'm fucking that all up, but Masaaki actually responded to a lot of the Devilman Crybaby poor critic reviews. Basically a popular artist, anime critic, art critic, kind of bashed down on the series after also going after Pop Team Epic, which we all know this was kind of meant as a shitposting anime, so I'm not really sure why someone would actually go after the art style and the animation process of these series when they're actually meant to make us laugh. But after criticizing Pop Team Epic, he actually went after Devilman Crybaby, saying that the art style was even more of a problem than Pop Team Epic. You need to realize that there's going to be harsh criticism, and there's going to be negative criticism, and there's going to be positive criticism. But calling a friggin' anime series a domestic disease just because you don't agree with the art style or it's not kind of filling what you wanted out of an anime series kind of makes you a jerk, does it not? But that's also something that I wanted to bring up. Do you guys feel now that we're in 2018 and Twitter's becoming a little bit more prevalent and popular, especially with like movie industries and YouTubers and stuff like that, and different manga artists and anime industries? Do you feel that you're going to be seeing a lot more artists themselves, directors, producers themselves actually responding to harsh criticism or responding to backlash? Or do you kind of feel it's just going to be the same kind of repetitive thing? I'd love to know your thoughts on that one. Another thing I want to get you guys really pumped up about is that Persona 5 is also coming out with its own anime series as well. I know a lot of guys are really into that game, so just get really pumped up and excited to know that they are going to be having its own anime series. Sadly, I have not found a release date yet, but if you guys know anything close of the release date, I would love for you guys to comment comment that below to help out anyone else that's watching this video. Well guys, that's it for this video. I'm very sorry that it took me forever to upload this video. There was a lot of shit that's coming up, and there's a lot of shit that's going to be coming to this channel. There's going to be a lot of very, very big changes to this channel. It's still going to be anime prevalent, I do want to say that, but there are going to be some huge changes. It's probably going to be a couple more weeks before I come out with another video, because I've been working actually a couple of months on one video to present to you guys what kind of changes are going to be coming to the channel, so you guys can really fucking look forward to that. And you guys can also always look forward to live streams. I love gaming, I love doing live streams. I'm gonna start doing that a lot more, hanging out with you guys, and hopefully a lot more of you guys come hang out in the comment section. Let's talk, let's chill, let's hang out, let's be friends. I don't have a life. The internet is my life. I have nothing. I'm poor. I'm a sad bitch. I'm very sad. I'm all alone. As always guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and also please like this video. Don't forget to also comment below on any of the topics so we can start a conversation, because that's what I want to do. I want to start a conversation with you. Yes, like, and I will see you guys in the next video.